Well, you've watched our C1 Crimson Harvest site, the Nubro focused vid. Now it's time to take it up a notch. The C2 sites are considerably more difficult and for medium tier players, and we've got fits for all damage types, so you can get out there and go make, yes, 60+ million ISK an hour if you get lucky, and even if you don't. So if you want the best Eve guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now, and we've got fits for all of it. We just got done doing the C1s. Let's talk about the C2 fits here. So these bioadaptive sites, whatever they're called, these new Crimson Harvest sites, brand new, and are for mid-tier players. And I'm going to feature you my favorite fit that we did get to take out and do a lot of stuff with. I think this is the best one of all of the Navy destroyers out there, but you are going to be able to fly some other stuff. I'll show you. Let me cook, chat. Let me cook. Okay, so why the Coercer first? And I promise I'm saying this wrong. I don't care. It is what it is. Okay. What you're going to do is be able to swap in between the optimal range with Conflag. This is close range ammo, but with the optimal range script on, it goes out to 12. That extra 1K is enough to be able to get this done. And don't worry, chat. We're going to show you a full run of a C2 at the end of this video. It's going to be good. You're going to like it. Enjoy it. Let's see about it. Okay, so this you can also swap to the tracking speed script against those ventures when they orbit you, be able to hit them much better. And we were alphaing Garmers off grid in one volley. It was quite nice. Now you do have the auto targeting system because this raises the amount of targets you can have. Look at this. You go from 7 up to 9. There's going to be a lot of targets on grid. You don't want to miss a loot drop because you're locking up all those pesky ventures. There is some newt pressure from the Garmers, hence the cat batteries and capacitor control circuits. A word of caution. These have spiked in price. They used to go for 3 million ISK. Now they're going for 16. If you are an Indy person, now's the time. How can you make these? I'll give you some added value. Yes, these are Tech 2 blueprints. Let's see how you can make the Tech 1s just in case. Let me come back to these. Let me back it up, chat. Back it up. Back it up. You press small capacitor control circuit, hit the blueprint, view market details, and then here it is. Go buy one from something that has an expires in a year. Anything that is more than 3 months is an NPC and the price will not change. These are seeded in the market. You can find something that's close to. Here's one jump from Jitta. Here's one jump from Jitta is an NPC that is only for 125 million ISK. Sorry, 125,000 ISK. Don't buy these that are worth 1 million ISK. Or maybe go buy these and then put them up in Jitta for 5x the price. There's your market research tip for this video. Go do it and enjoy. Okay, so let's show you some of the other fits. We're going to rapid fire these, and all of these are going to be in the description below. Tweak them, check them. You can also tech up and tech down these things as needed to get it going. Okay, so by the way, take an MTU, put it at the center. Put it at the center. You're going to have a great time with it. All the loot is going to be like far away from you. You're going to have time with it. So here's a Thrasher. I take no credit for this. This was Erst. Thank you for the great fit. Well done with that. Enjoy it. This is a shield focused, no active teal, pure buffer. 500 DPS machine. This is going to win most of the fights. Why does the DPS matter? Because if you're on grid, and there will be competition with these, and if you're in that lovely, lovely circle and you're orbiting stuff, and there's another pilot orbiting with you as well, you're both going to be competing. Well, let's make this red so you can see it. You're both going to be competing for the various mobs that spawn in on system. And if I do 518 and you do 400, I win. I get the loot. I get the stuff. That's how it do be. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So use your best stuff and keep it going. Okay, so here's the Thrasher. Thank you to Erst for this great fit. God bless you, Erst. Enjoy your excellent stuff. We showed the Coercer. Let's talk about the Cormorant Navy. We ideated this out with blasters with null ammo, 15K. We do have the active heals. You can also swap this to be a tracking computer. This is not cap stable, but that's okay. You can turn this off. You can turn this on when you need it. 2 minutes is plenty. On the site, we're not worried about it. If I turn off the auto targeter, it's, you know, you still have 250. It is what it is. You do 330 DPS with null, but against the last boss, the Squall, you're going to be able to do 530 DPS if you orbit this guy. Okay, you cannot do Tengus in T2. No, it's only Navy destroyers and below. No Cruisers, no T3 destroyers. We're going to just do C2s. Tengus or C3s. That'll be another video. Okay. Same deal. Newt pressure. So we got the cat batteries and the EM hole has to be closed with our EM reinforcer. That's the Cormorant Navy. Let's talk about the Cata Navy. Very, very simple. It's going to function very similar to the last one. Null, same damage type, same stuff. Null with tracking is going to be able to hit out to 11. Okay, with tracking. Null with optimal, you're going to hit out to 14. That's plenty. Plenty of range. Within 13, within 14, pretty good, decent. Now look, I got an afterburner on there. You can speed tank if you want on this one. If you really want to like go ham, you can put something else in the mids instead of an afterburner. Afterburner on these fits are kind of like you don't need them because you're just going to be around the base site. You'll see when we talk about it at the full run at the end of this. So maybe not the afterburner. Do what you want and ideate it out. When the boss spawns, swap to void and swap to tracking speed. You're going to do another 530. You're noticing we're really trying to be like above 500 DPS for the final boss. And you're going to orbit him if you're low tank or keep at range if you have a bunch of damage. Take him out and make sure you're hitting those smashing hits. Now, there's no missile Navy destroyers. So I did make a Corax fit that's rockets, but some caution. This is a Tech 1 fit, okay? You're gonna do 262 max. Maximum damage. It might not be enough. So just caution with this. If you really want to use a Corax, check it out. I didn't want to do something super expensive because this video is like alpha friendly. Every fit is alpha friendly, by the way. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, alphas. You do have good heals with some small clarity and some missile guidance. You can also do missile precision and still be within 12 to make sure you hit those frigates way better. Very cap stable. I mean, this is basically cap stable. 8 minutes is almost the entire site. So you can just keep this running and not worry about it at all. And of course, we have the good old-fashioned thermal and EM tank on there. If you have capacitor problems, take out thermal or capacitor control circuit in the rigs. Rapid fire fits, Chad. Stay focused. Wake up. Wake up, Chad. Let's get you some ISK. The Hookbill. This is a frigate.
Loru, why is there a frigate here?
Because you can fly it, and I don't know if the Corax is going to be able to win. Okay, so this does about the same DPS as a Corax, but is lower signature radius and can... all the mid slots means its EHP is good. You can go to missile precision script. You can a speed tank in the middle of a site. Nothing's going to hit you, and you're going to be able to use rockets at 14. Pretty sick. Take out your favorite into the C2 sites for this alpha-friendly video. Let me show you how it deals in space right now. C2 site, Crimson Harvest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how this goes. We are about to enter a C2 Class 2 Biocybernetic incident. So many incidents are happening right now. I want to see about it. I want to know about the incidents. We're in a Coercer. A Coercer? Okay, are we cap stable with everything on so I can just abyss this and not think? No, we actually have to wait. Ooh, here we go. We got some Bajalgorns and everything. So let's orbit this center pylon. Let's get close to this, and we are going to orbit this puppy at 5 hundo. And let the games begin, ladies and gentlemen. We have some people coming in. Once we get nice and close, it will continue. C2 sites. We have our con flag set out at 12 km. 12 km. Doing it. We are not cap stable, but we can leave this on for many, many minutes. And that's what we're here for, baby. C2 sites. Look how pretty this is, y'all. So we might need to focus on these unstable generators. We might need to kind of remember where those are to blow up some waves, because y'all were saying in our C2 video that these were there for that. So we have a lot coming in. Good to go. Good to go. Poke them, kind of. Boom, boom, baby. Oh my God, we do so much damage with this. Let's turn this audio on as well. Okay, my goodness. This is... They just drop, dude. Sick. Really good. Really good. They're just dropping. Very cool. Absolutely getting poked. These relentless ventures with the Coercer. This is the best one, I think, of all the options. Let's see about it. Almost alpha'd. Yeah. Yeah. Nuts. Wait for the cruiser spawn to blow up the generators. Good points, ladies and gentlemen. Good points. We do have a Garmer. Let's hit that one first. Let's hit that one first, because that's going to be all the damage. My God, it died. We alpha'd a Garmer, bro. That was sick. We're not even using the big DPS ammo. This is conflag. This is long range. Ooh, there's a shuttle. There's a shuttle. Let's hit this one with 1 pulse and then go after the shuttle, please. There it is. Boop. Let's hit the shuttle so we can get the loot. Oh, also, let's drop the MTU, baby. Drop that MTU. Yes, sir. Drop it so we don't have to think about stuff. So we didn't use an MTU in our C1 video purely because of the amount of the amount of cargo space that you have. You don't need it. So chat, I'm just going to commit to this. Show me Scorch. Show me Scorch. Okay, are we just going to do terrible things to these guys? Oh no, Conflag is the big DPS. Excuse me. Excuse me, I was very wrong. Conflag was the big one. Still, we still poke out to 12k with this. Do you see how brain dead this is? This is sick. Really incredible, y'all. We're just going to let that keep it going. Here we go. Let's go for the Garmer first. Poke him. We've got a couple Garmers. We'll stop with the Bajalgorn wreck, and we're going to go for this Garmer right after that. Boom. Who's nuding me? It is those Garmers as well. That's why we have the cap batteries, baby. Look at this. Look at this. This is nuts. So I'm not even cap stable IRL. You guys are funny. And I'm really staring at this right here. I'm staring right here at these mob windows to make sure that we're doing a good poke. And these ventures aren't really doing a lot of damage to us. I see why y'all were saying don't take the afterburner. It's not worth it because it just hasn't been so far. So 1 wreck so far. We've got 1 million-esque cybernetic or neural, whatever the heck's. Cyber from our MTU doing it. We got some wrecks around here. So I like these sites, the challenge of it. It's a new puzzle to see what we can do here. And so far, I think the Coercer might be it just because of how brain dead this feels. We do see another venture coming in after the Garmer. We're going to be poking down this shuttle. I want that loot. I want that loot. He can it, so wing bata. And look, we do got some ventures coming in. We're not even at armor yet. We're not even at the armors. I'm noticing glances when they get kind of close to me. One of the reasons we like to take the tracking speed is so that if you're having problems, maybe somebody watching this doesn't have as high skills as me. I have some pretty decent skills. Maybe they need to maybe they need to swap the optimal range to tracking speed. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. All right, let's check out the MTU once we get a little bit closer to it. Still, oop, there we go. Chad, we have a Ravenous Garmer coming in, poking him down, doing it, hitting him with all of... We alpha the Garmers with this fit. This is sick. This is sick. So I think a Confessor can go C2, C3, and cap stable. I don't think a Confessor can go in a C2. I don't think Tech 3 destroyers are allowed inside of a C2. So alpha deleted. I'm not allowed to eat the skin D. I'm not allowed. Can you use a C3... a Tech 3 destroyer in a C2 site? I don't think so. I think it has to be these. Oops, we got to pay attention, Loru. Pay attention. We got some good stuff coming in. Alpha this Garmer off the grid. Boom, baby. Hit him. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. No, you cannot use... Correct. You cannot use a Tech 3 destroyer in a C2 site. It has to be C3. You'll see C3 guides from us coming out sooner than later. Make sure, chat, we're going to put the Crimson Harvest playlist in the bookmarks, in the description of this YouTube video. Make sure that you go get those. Make sure that you enjoy it and you check it out. Let's go get this this Garmer right now. We're looking. Anything else we need? Keep hitting this Garmer, baby. Got a lot of ventures on grid right now. There's the other one. Good. Is there another Garmer? Nope, that one's dead. I see what y'all were saying. Can you just keep hitting stuff, please? Do not stop hitting them. We're down to armor. It's okay. It's all right. You heard the noise. It's all good. We're just going to keep hitting these poor ventures. Okay, these absolutely getting eviscerated. There's nothing here to stop me. We did finally hit armor. I'll post my armor just a little bit just to make sure that we're getting healed up during this larger wave. No worries. Even though we're not cap stable, that's fine. We do heal up. You want to kind of leave your armor repper on once you get there. Once you get down to like 2 or 3 ventures, they don't do a ton of damage to you, but you just want to be aware that, like, you want to watch your capacitor, like always. You don't just want to, like, oh, I can just leave it on whenever. But you also don't want to just let your damage, all of a sudden your ship's taking a crap ton of damage. So let's get this guy right here. Let's turn this off. We got another venture about to go down. And there's the shuttle. There's the shuttle. Yeah, the MTU is going to help us a ton on this, just because it's going to make it easier to get everything. Let's just one pulse our armor thing really good. Okay, chat, we have 364 out of 600. You can look at the left side of your screen, the Opportunities tab, to see what's up. We're also pressing D-scan to try to see if we can see any kind of crazy stuff coming in. So far, so Gucci. We do have some nothing but adventures coming in. We will poke them. We will do terrible things to them. We do see a Garmer coming in a little bit late. So let's wait on that one and then immediately poke this Garmer because this is the way of it. Boop, boop. Class 2 biosecurities. So far, so good. So why the Coercer over the other fits that we showed you at the start of this video? It's for a couple reasons. The DPS is very high, as you can see. The Alpha, we're able to get through these waves very, very fast. This is the Coercer, chat, yes. Look at this venture going boom. The range on this is really perfect. So we have Conflag, which is the big DPS, hitting out to 12K, which is really able to hit almost everything. I might even, you know what, chat? We're going to turn this off. And we're going to go for tracking speed on this instead. Let's do that because everything's hitting me pretty close. So let's go for tracking speed. And then let's, oh, it didn't switch it. I'm furious. It's still on optimal range. So annoying. And maybe what we could do, I do this a lot in my Chronos. Sometimes I won't use a script. So I can get a little bit of everything. So why don't we unload this to cargo? This way we're still going out to 12, but we don't get a, I don't want the increase in tracking speed. So let's just hold this there. Nobody's here with us. There are some blues in my area. Let's go for tracking speed, y'all. Here's the Garmer. Let's look right here in the middle of the screen. Let's see if this is hitting. Penetrates, smashes. So we went by switching to, oh, we didn't even use it yet. Jeez Louise. Now that we have our tracking speed, we should be penetrating these ventures much more.
Pause, yo.
This is how you're going to be able to DPS these guys down. With Conflag, you hit them out to 11. And here it comes, chat. The formidable Orthrus. Everything stops. Everything stops. We're going to be hitting this Orthrus. And I have been leaving on my armor for quite some time. Let's turn this off just to get some cap back. We're going to be hitting this Orthrus with all we can. He is scramming me. It's now or never, baby. Anything else? I'm looking. I'm going to keep it. Look, we destroyed the Orthrus. He didn't matter. The cruiser room didn't matter even a little bit. The only problem was I hadn't left on my, I should have turned off my heals way sooner because, oh, there's a shuttle. Let me go get the shuttle. The tracking speed computer with the Coercer absolutely lets you smashing hit all the things, getting it going. This is easy. This is easy. Okay, you can go do Crimson Harvest sites super simple with the Coercer and with the other fits that we have mentioned for you. I'll sum up with how this ship looks at the end so you can try to build your ship around it. We're in a burner clone. We have no clones in right now, you know, because high sec people be ganking. I'm not trying to mess. So we have 543 on the good old fashioned out of 600. We're about to fight the Squall. Now it's time for the final boss. We didn't even need to use the explosives to kill the cruiser room. We could just big chill. Amazing. Let's keep it in this venture. The tracking speed script definitely plays better with this. Well done. Let's just pick up this loot right now. A good couple million. Look at this. 4 million-esque. You do a couple of these sites, chat, like one every 10 minutes. This could be good ISK per hour. Oh, this could be good ISK per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be good ISK per hour. You know, so can we please place a bet to see if he will split his guns? Why should I split my guns? I mean, maybe you're right. I probably should split my guns. So bet lost. Boom, boom, roasted. There it is, baby. Boom, roasted. Let's see if we need to split it against those other ventures. That would be a good idea, actually. I don't hate that. Final tip, split the guns. Have we done a Academy of Hit? We have. We're going to show all of you those in just a moment. Let's keep this at range. Let's lock this up. Keep my range, turn everything on. We don't need to heat because we're the only one on grid. Everybody, just keep him at range to do all the damage. He's going to do a ton of damage to us, but that's fine. We are going to be able to take him out. We don't need the auto-targeter anymore, so let's just turn it off for cap reasons. Keep everything on. Keep hitting the Squall. Look at him. Null Prime Squall. Can we out-heal? Can we out-DPS him? If we need, we can also heat this. We're getting down a little bit on the shields, but look, penetrating hits, smashing hits. This is why you keep it range plus the tracking speed script. You are going to be able to push through this. You are going to be able to push through this. Look at this, chat. Class 2 site. Yeah, we're going down to half, but we've also got him down to hull. Look at this, chat. We turned off the auto target because we don't need it. There it is. Boom. Did it. Chat, did it. Well done. Well done. That's this site complete. Let's head back to our M2. Let's head back to the MTU and let's see about to orbit the boss at 500, and he misses most of the time. Another thing you can do if your DPS isn't there, we have a higher DPS ship, so we kept him at range to be able to do the maximum damage we could. If you have a lower DPS ship, you can orbit the Squall to be able to have him miss more often. So let's check out this ship. So you can see where we're doing 400 DPS with this. That's really the main point here. The 400 DPS means that we kill stuff very, very quickly. Split your guns. Don't be like me. 70 million-esque. Bruh. 70 million-esque. Chemical tech turrets. What the heck? Ladies and gentlemen, the Crimson Harvest this year is approachable. Get me out of here before this guy decides to see what's up. Get me out of here right now, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Is the MTU in? There it is. 70 million-esque. 50 million-esque Chem Tech Turret Booster number 3. Big drop. Big drop. Go do this. Let's say we didn't get this. Let's say we did not get this. How much ISK would we have gotten from that site? It took us about 10 minutes. That was still 25 million-esque. 25 million-esque in 10 minutes. Are you telling me this is 100 million-esque an hour? Surely that's not right. Surely I got lucky because my streamer client is working. Now, let's say it's half that. Let's say it's like 50 to 60 million-esque an hour. That's still amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely worth the ISK per hour, and I highly recommend that you check this out. All the fits for all weapon types will be in the description of this video. We make sure whenever there's an event like this to pump out the content. Check the Crimson Harvest playlist below for the best EVE guides. Make sure you sub right here. We'll see you in the next video, like tomorrow. Well, you know, when we make another one, when we're done testing them. We'll see you then. Thanks very much.